Good morning and welcome at the driving range again. A couple of weeks ago I mentioned in one of my videos that I went for a fit for a driver and it didn't quite work out. Like the numbers weren't coming up that the new technology was sort of any better than the driver I've got in my hands at the moment, and that's what the fitter said to me. So it didn't happen. I didn't get a new driver. Another thing I noticed that when I was getting fitted, I was sort of middling my old driver really well. And the other two clubs that I was trialling, I was kind of getting them a bit heely. So I don't know whether it was a true test. The new technology was a little bit less dispersion. Ball speed was about the same. Spin rate was down a little bit with the new technology. But I was actually losing distance. So no one wants to do that. So yeah, that never happened, but I'm not totally convinced that so I'm not totally convinced that I'm going to rule a new driver out. Maybe I'll wait a few more months and keep on practicing. But yeah, maybe I can explore that again pretty soon, because as I say, I'm not totally convinced that the new technology won't give me a bit more than what the driver in my hand is right now, because it's 4 years old, but it is a strong club and I do like it. So in saying that, before the fitting was over, I said to the guide, I'm thinking about a 7-wood. I'm getting older now, and the 3-iron, 2-iron, not that I use a 2-iron, but those longer irons are getting a little bit, I guess, intimidating. I guess that's a mind thing. I can hit long irons, don't get me wrong, but the consistency is probably not there. Not that you have to hit those shots very often, but they're still something you need to know how to hit. So we did test a couple of 7-woods, and I ended up buying one, and it's arrived. So that's what we're here to do today, is to hit a few of these 7-woods. I'll loosen up first, hit a few wedges, and then I'm going to hit a few 3-irons and 7-woods and just see the comparison. So I ended up buying a Mizuno ST Max, beautiful head cover. It's still in its wrapping. So I'm looking forward to getting this underway and just do a comparison and just see whether this 7-wood's going to be beneficial to me. I think it will be. I guess the other question we ask is that, for me, is that once I put the 7-wood in the bag, the 3-iron's never going to get another look in again, is it? We never go backwards. We never sort of get fitted for a new driver and then use that for a couple of years and go back to our old driver, do we? I guess the thing about 7-woods, particularly at my age, is that am I at a disadvantage if I don't use this sort of technology? 5-woods have been around forever, but 7-woods, once it goes in the bag, I don't think it's going to leave. But I've got to like it too. So, and as I say, I'm still capable of hitting good long irons. I just want to be consistent with them. So let's get this hitting on the way and let's do this comparison. Okay, first thing I notice, and get it up in the air pretty easy. Whoa, same sort of shot. Okay, so I've already hit a couple of shots, and first thing I've noticed, so much easier to get straight up in the air, obviously because of it is a wood, there's a bit of loft on it. I'm already finding it's much easier to hit than a 3-iron. Okay, if anything, I'm hitting a bit of a draw with it. quite noticeable. Whether that's my swing, I'm not real sure, but so far so good. It feels good, feels quite strong, and it feels a lot easier to hit than a 3-iron. Yeah, so that's probably gone a little bit too high. I'd like to hit it a little bit lower than that. So this is a ST Max Mizuno 7-wood set at the standard lie. So it's a 21 degree. As I say, that leading edge is something that I'm going to have to get used to. But if it's going to perform for me, I think I could get used to it pretty quickly. Yeah, it goes high. Goes very high. No problems getting up in the air at all. Whereas the 3-iron, it's a bit of a struggle. It's probably more of an intimidation thing more than anything. Never used to be intimidated by hitting long irons, but as I get older, of course I've lost that little bit of strength. Very high, but that's about the I reckon about the 185 mark, which is, I reckon I could probably get a bit more out of it, just keeping it down a little bit, but 185 is okay. So high, probably, that's not a good wind shot. So that's where, where do you draw the line there between a 7-wood and a 3-iron? If you're playing in windy conditions and you've got to try and keep something down into the wind, I think you'd find it quite hard with the 7-wood, but obviously not so hard with the 3-iron. So I'll just try and hit this a little bit lower, see if I can actually hit it lower. Geez, they go like a bullet though. So that's gone a little bit left. Still pretty high, but not as high. Yeah, again, very high. Straight, long enough. It's probably about the 185 again. That's better. That's a nail. I'd be happy to hit that every time. Again, it's high, but it's really penetrating, so it wouldn't be affected by the wind too much unless it was gale force. But I'm happy with that. Is it going to stay in the bag? Is it going in the bag? Of course it's going in the bag straight away because I've just bought it. It'll be interesting to see if it remains in the bag. Like I said earlier, that once something like that is replaced, most times you never go back. So once the 3-iron's out of the bag, it's probably never going back, particularly as I get older. Satisfying club for sure. So what's the verdict on the 7-wood? It's going in the bag, and I'm looking forward to taking it out onto a golf course and having interaction with turf and hitting the ball that I use when I play. Anyway, that's it for today. Thanks for joining me, and have a good day. Take care of yourself. See you out on the fairways, and bye for now.